What's up, my people? How una day? Waiting they happen, waiting this up. Yes, so I am back again. Guys, it has come to my attention that some of you have been watching my videos for like a month now without subscribing. Am I charging you for it? Anyways, so let's quickly get right into today's news. I think we have Kayode and Pastor Tobi and Kayode's ex-wife in the news today. We also have VeryDarkMan, Baba Mohbad, and a couple of other reports. But we're going to start off by talking about the diary of a Niger girl. No, it is not a diary. This is not like a title or a topic. It's a username actually, and she built a community, under this. And not just that, a serious fan base. She's a media personality.
Let's test if you're in the right relationship. Here are 5 questions to ask yourself to know if your relationship is actually a relationship.
But there's one thing, to some people is a problem. She's yet to find the love of her life. Even when she had the opportunity to, would you say she threw it all away or she made the right decision? Well, it depends on you as a person. Your opinion is yours,
Number 3, are you unapologetically yourself in that relationship, or you see the need to show up differently just to please your partner?
I'm going to share my own opinion, but as usual, I will read this post, dissect it, and also share other people's thoughts about that decision. Now, you have to understand, this lady, the community I said she built, is a community where they talk about relationship issues. And I often ask myself this question, forgive my ignorance, but why is it that the people, especially the ladies that are into helping others solve their relationship problems or draw awareness to issues like that, those women tend to suffer the same thing that they are discussing or they are into? I don't understand, because all she does is relationship and stuff like that.
Someone said please ask her if she's still single.
Yeah, so I will. Okay.
Kick on my chest.
Are you single then? Are you in the
available?
Are you in the market?
Why you not saying?
Oh, now she's doing that.
Now she's doing the too much.
Oh, so there's somebody there.
Where?
There's somebody. I mean, you're not saying anything. There's somebody there.
This is what people do. When you say I'm coming on issue, I say, hey, God.
No, she will not now tell our viewers.
Is somebody there? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I don't like to answer the question.
When Buhari doesn't answer, you not say Buhari don't answer. Ordinary small question, you're not answering.
Buhari has so many things to hide.
Okay, Brian, go ahead, please.
She's also a businesswoman, don't forget. Like I said, I did a little bit of research on her because I'm always curious. I don't know why. To know why. And I realized that she's dealing with mental illness. It's not that serious. It's not what you think. We're going to watch the video because she granted an interview recently, right after this post.
I would get back from work and draw the blinds, turn off the lights, and stay in the dark and just will not pick my calls. And next thing, I just carry my bag on a Friday. I'm off to London. When I go to London, I shut the door. I'm not going out. Like,
what kind of life?
What kind of life is that? Like, it's just because I'm trying to. Maybe if I change the environment, I'll feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe if I change the environment, I'll stop being depressed. But no.
How can a person who is so fully in themselves still deal with that?
It's mental illness.
Yes.
What can you do with that?
Yeah.
Let us read what she said so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. Broke off my engagement 2 months to the wedding. All paid for. Popular comedian paid for. Parts payments for popular musician paid for. Vera Wang wedding dress paid for. Broke things off without thinking of all of that and return everyone's Ashwebi money. I was getting married for the wrong reasons and I just couldn't continue. I made one of the best decisions of my life because I was going to clock 30 and I don't know who put it in my head that I had to be married at that time, or it would be socially unacceptable to be unmarried at 30. When I complained to an older friend that it didn't feel right because not only was I not in love, but I had no rest in my spirit. She said I would fall in love inside the marriage, but to never let 30 pass me by. So I stayed despite the fact that he was a pathological liar and extremely untrustworthy. Somebody asked a question and she said it wasn't. Had to leave the country for a while to sit by the beach and why. Needed time alone to forgive myself. Now take note, this is a lady that had humble beginnings, came from a humble background, Shogunle Atoshodi, and later made a name for herself. Even before she made that name, she's already making money in oil and gas. So she was exposed to this luxury lifestyle early. So that's one thing.
We went to a former governor's house because I was looking to get into uni. I didn't pass JAMB very well. So they had to just okay, we know this person, let's go. And when I got to the person's house, fountains, huge doors, the doors were like wide and tall. I'd never seen that in my life. I mean, I was coming all the way from Shogunle in Oshodi. And you're looking at Ikoyi in such a way that it just felt surreal.
But, another question you ask yourself is, could that be the reason do men actually find successful women intimidating? Yes, some men, I believe, find successful women intimidating. But we also have to understand that some women are dealing with something, because during our interview with Trude, she talked about another relationship. And by the way, I said, after reading this, right, some people didn't know, some people thought it happened recently. And Ifedayo has a nice skin. She has a banging skin, and for her age, she looks beautiful, right? So you wouldn't even know that this lady is over 40. So I didn't even know. I thought it happened recently, that she broke off an engagement recently. I now went, doing my research, I can't see 1983. I was like, wow. She doesn't look that age though.
On today's episode, this is what I call flee from all appearances of evil.
I watched other interviews where she was talking about successful women and all that.
What do you think? Because for me, there are so many things I feel like people feel like a woman who is doing well, who is successful, who has money, and again, success, of course, is relative. So I'm going to dial it right down to actual having money, because it seems to me that Nigerian men are stuck on women that have money.
There was this friend that keep telling her to get married.
Let me just
feel like, wow.
She's one of the people who's always stressing me. When are you getting married? Now she's one of them. So if you're looking for the people that tell you stress me, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? She's always stressing me out about that. To be married with kids and thriving financially, how do you balance all of that? Motherhood especially.
When are you getting married?
Now it is here. You know what? Can we move on?
She's such a friend. You're such a friend to me, and I call him even with gist and all of those things. Marriage for me is not the status thing. Yeah. It's this friendship that we have. Yeah. But I tell you something, there's no place like a marriage, a good marriage with a good friend, with a good guy, that you can just... But there isn't. Should I lie?
I don't say you should lie, but you're still selling it to me. That's what you're doing. You're saying hurry up.
That's what you're doing. That you give us on this community.
What is in that?
This one you say he's around. He's not around. He's in town. He sell flowers. He didn't sell flowers. Marry already. Let's know.
Okay.
Some people have a personal problem, even though they are successful. They have problems. So I went through this interview. Right, or before I talk about that interview with Trude, she was called out by someone on Twitter. I'm going to read it. The person called her out for lying about what truly happened and the reason she broke off, the engagement. Who knows? Maybe it's the guy that created another account to fight her back. I don't know. But this ex-user, who they describe as an insider, said, "You can deceive people with your lies, but not me though. Can you tell them how your sugar daddy threatened to stop funding your lifestyle if you marry ex-boyfriend? You want to make it as if he was the one at fault. You are a wicked person." So some people blame her for it, right? But this guy that posted this, guess what? Our fans ask her to get the guy arrested. Take him to court. Do this to him. Why would he say something like that without proof? And the guy replied. But before I reply, let's read some of those comments. You mean Ife of Dang, come out with your evidence, because I'm certain it's not possible. Another person, provide us with full reason then and details of the sugar daddy, scapegoat loading. Dear Ife, please sue him. If ancestors beg you, do not agree. Thank you. When them serve lawsuits to come defend waiting him talk now, him go they cry online. Now here is the guy's reply. Said, for those of you telling me to bring proof of what I posted here, ask Ife if she has any proof of her ex-boyfriend lying to her. You can believe her without proof, but you want me to show proof of what I tweeted. I'm standing for a brother who got heartbroken from a worthless lady. Now, this is I'll call an allegation, no proof and stuff. So, is it worth mentioning? Yes, it's worth mentioning. Well, would I really spend much time on that? No, but let us underline that part. Sugar daddy. Because her working in oil and gas, she was already rich before she even got known on social media.
Because I wasn't doing it for money. So it was okay with me. If I woke up today and I saw 0 comments, I'll post another one. Just like I'll keep talking. And gradually it just kept.
How does the money come?
I was in business before Diary of a Niger Girl.
Right.
That was why. So when people talk, I say, please do not compare yourself with me. But I really hope you know that not all money is good money. You don't have to take everything that comes to you. But at that time, I was very comfortable. So that was why mostly...
Okay, side hustle.
Yes, it wasn't a hustle, it was a hobby. Yes, it was just me writing. So it didn't really bother me. Also, what I needed more, what wasn't money, it was community. It was for people to receive what I was saying and hear it and get better. But it wasn't happening,
So the products came, because I thought the products came as a result of the community. But you seem like you've always had that product even before the community started.
No. The business was oil and gas. I was in oil and gas business.
You're a big girl, big scale.
So I think that is where people pick those things from. Like, how did you even get that money in the first place? How? You came from this whole humble background. You people didn't have anything, and you just made money, started making a lot of money and stuff like that. Probably that's where that is coming from, right? But anybody can get lucky. Even though we know that these things happen, that does not mean there are no exceptions. After watching our interview with Chude, and I asked myself, maybe, this anxiety, because she said she was even dealing with anxiety and didn't even know where it came from.
I didn't know that was the beginning of my anxiety. It was later when I started seeing a therapist, because I was like, I was never like this. I'll sleep. I don't really care much for things. I was very nonchalant. I mean, my mom used to accuse me of that a lot. Like, you don't even care about, you don't do things, But then I became the person who, what's this? Where is she now? Where is he now? Worry for nothing. Yeah. For things that by yourself plan in your head, and it's not really real. So my therapist started asking me questions, and they went back to that. Oh, do you realize you're afraid that if this person doesn't call you back, the person may be dead, or have been an accident, or maybe they're going through something, that's why they know. Oh, and I realized, that was why. Yeah. Yes, I still have it. Yeah. Dealing with it, but it's still there.
Was there also guilt?
Of course, they're still guilty today. Like, again, the therapist will tell you, it's not your fault. Of course, it's not my fault. Hello, I didn't care.
But your mind doesn't know that.
My mind knows it.
Right.
But why didn't I pick up?
Right.
Again, you can't really excuse some things away.
So, the reason why I said this anxiety could have played a huge role in her life, in her decision making, even in a relationship. Let's put money aside, because we usually see successful women, anything that happens, we usually place it on, oh, she's successful now. Some of these people are dealing with something. They're dealing with something, And if you can't give them that thing as a man, because that thing that they are dealing with now has marginalized them as a person, or as reduce their choices, right? Their plethora of choices, where when you do that thing against them, and they notice that particular thing that you don't think is serious or is a big deal, it becomes a big deal, for them. So, but at the end of the day, we still push it down to, it's because she's successful now. Because even she self-talk and say, when she did depressed or she's feeling down, the next thing is London to go and chill, or why to go and chill. But there's a problem. So in one of our relationships, by the way, she has a boyfriend now, and they're together. I mean, a boyfriend, yeah.
Guys, something just happened right now, and I want you to know that people should be very careful of people that you decide to be in relationships with, because the people will say, hey, I like you for who you are. Some minutes ago, it did not even say. I let out a small, nice fart. If you hear the sound of the fart, you know that this is coming from somebody who is cream, you understand, who is classy. And the fart now smells small. That's how this man is behind the camera here, that I call boyfriend. He stepped out, came back, and he brought this. He brought candle. I said, why candle? He said, I just want to know how it smells. Ladies and gentlemen, be very careful. Don't they liars and people who cannot accept you for who you are, or won't sit when you fart. Is that love? Terrible.
Why is it so weird when, we say a lady in her 40s has a boyfriend? I'm just saying, it's kind of weird to me too. Like, anyway, she has a boyfriend. Okay, so during that relationship, one of those relationships, she said that the reason why she ended with that guy, it wasn't physical abuse, it wasn't mental abuse, it wasn't verbal abuse, it was simply emotional abuse. And she said that the guy is a nice guy. You just wonder, like, it's nice, it's just not emotionally available. To her, that is a deal breaker. That is big deal. Because then again, she's dealing with something and she needs extra support emotionally, which she wasn't getting.
Again, one of those things that's difficult for me to imagine, but of course we are human, so we can imagine it, is the anxiety got doubled up because you were in an emotionally draining relationship.
Badly, of course. And that's the thing I was trying to tell you, that you have to give your partner that thing where your partner has anxiety. Don't make it worse by being emotionally unavailable or not understanding. So it made it worse where that relationship was so draining. Like, it's the kind of draining that you just don't want to do anything. You're just there. It's like Nigeria, where we're just here. We can't go anywhere.
That's a good way to
How they are treating us, we shall stay there. But again, because it wasn't physical abuse, it wasn't mental abuse, it wasn't verbal abuse, it was just emotional. For somebody who is emotionally unavailable, there's nothing you can do. You can turn yourself upside down. They can like you. They can be kind. They just can't meet you at that point where your emotional needs are very, very. So I that was what was going on. So I couldn't sleep. Then I started developing insomnia, anxiety, insomnia. Oh God, good time. Of course, I would talk about it on that.
Yeah, of course.
I would write about it.
Yes.
I would, but it was happening in real life. So no matter how much I wrote about it, and people also shared their stories, it wasn't enough to stop.
She said she stayed in that relationship for like 3 years. And nothing came out of that relationship because she just wasn't getting what she wants. Or she has high hopes. She said that because the guy is nice and a kind guy, she felt he could do better. And that's why she stayed longer in that relationship.
Because my fault was always saying good. And people said, but this person is so nice in this way. That means you are capable of doing better. I will keep trying just to make sure that I did my best.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't need best. You have to walk away quick. Don't waste time.
Yeah. Now, this doc is a UK-based doctor, criticized her for calling off her engagement just 2 months before the wedding. Said, if you know you never loved someone and can never really love them, but you say yes to their proposal, you accept their engagement ring, you let them pay for wedding hall, you let them pay for comedian and MC, you let the family speak Ashwebi, you let them pay for wedding gown, then few weeks to the wedding you call off the wedding to tell them you never loved them and you are marrying for the wrong reasons. You are a narcissistic and demonic human being. You can rebrand it all you want, you can label it all you want, you can cook up excuses to rationalize your evil and deliberate deception, but the simple fundamental fact remains that if you knew you never loved someone and you let them invest that much in you only to turn on them the last minute, you are just a narcissistic demon human being. And the fact that you still can't see how evil and wicked this is only goes on to confirm that being inherently demonic is who you truly are. Yes, that's a lot. My own opinion about this is not as serious as the doc in the UK. I just think that when people make certain decisions, I think they probably need special attention, and we need to understand where they are coming from, what they are dealing with. I might be wrong, or they are just straight up evil. I don't know.
Yeah.
What gave you the courage? Did you do it the way you did it with the company? When you just decided that I'll stop, I stop. That's what you did.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people say it's my therapist, not people. My therapist I love it. Says it's not the best way. I say, Eskisa, yes. I do the best way I can. Please.
It's like I tell people, let me do the one I know. The one I know. When I know better, I will do better.
Because you can't. What will I do?
Yes.
So normally I will talk. Yeah. Then I just stop talking,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yes.
And then you're not saying anything. I really, genuinely, and I'm not lying when I say I don't have anything to say.
Because you said
just
it all.
stopped having anything to say.
Yeah. A while ago, you talked about how to know when a woman is no longer...
when she stops talking.
When she stops talking.
When she stops talking. Yeah. And it's true, because I'm actually tired of talking.
Yeah.
Why? What am I mean, you just get to that point, and you would think it's a big thing that happened, though. Maybe just forgot to put the toilet seat down. And you'll be like, you know what? I'm done. It's small.
Yes,
it's not the biggest things. Yes. It's not the craziest things.
Yes.
And then one day, just did not put the toilet seat down.
Yeah.
And you just stop talking.
Let us move straight to the next one. And here we have the Super Eagles striker Kayode Olanrewaju. Okay, let me read this anyway. Super Eagles striker Kayode Olanrewaju files for divorce from his wife Ezinni, slams a UK-based pastor Tobi with 1 billion naira lawsuit over alleged affair with his wife. I hope that this guy has got proof or evidence to show that this man actually slept with your wife. And again, the DNA thing. This guy said his kids are not his. So have they gone for a DNA test to be certain that those kids are not yours? That's another thing. So let us read this report. I'm going to read it and also read the caption. Olanrewaju claimed that Dora diverted significant funds and rental proceeds. Take note, this lady was interviewed by Daddy Freeze recently. I'm going to put the link to that video. We also break that down or dissect that video to understand perfectly what we're talking about today. Use the link in the comment section below to this particular video. Let me continue. Alleging that Dora diverted significant funds and rental proceeds from properties he purchased, alleging that she is using them to sustain her extravagant lifestyle and her alleged relationship with Pastor Tobi. The footballer further accused Ezinne of abusing alcohol and living a life filled with late-night parties, which contributed to the deterioration of their marriage. Remember, in that video, she also accused this guy of same thing. Olanrewaju's cross petition also mentioned his earlier allegation that Dora adopted their 3 children and fled from home on 24th March 2024. So have they conducted the DNA? Let's be clear here. Have it been conducted? Have you seen the results? Because now he is saying that abducted our 3 children. So I'm thinking, okay, you are not talking, aren't you talking about the DNA anymore? Because initially he said that those kids, he suspect that they belong to that man. So what's going on? Why is he missing here? He said the Directorate of the State Security Service helped to track her down and was arrested at a hideout in Abuja. He said Dora jumped bail to evade further investigation, and she also attempted to secure new passports for their children to relocate abroad. Olanrewaju said he was shocked when he got a credit alert from his father-in-law sometime in May 2024, indicating a refund of the bride price. So the bride price have been refunded, and yeah, I think it's safe to call her an ex-wife now, his ex-wife. So paid during their wedding. He said Dora is in a letter took to social media to declare herself traditionally free as her bride price was refunded. Okay, Olanrewaju asked the court to dissolve his marriage with Ezinne and grant him custody of their children because a estranged wife could not be a good role model for the children of the marriage. The court's petition marked suit number cited several allegations involving infidelity, financial misconduct, and the dramatic family fallout. In his cross petition, Olanrewaju claimed that since their marriage in 2013, Ezinne has repeatedly committed adultery, including his earlier claim of an ongoing affair with Pastor Adib. She also accused this man. So who will believe? She also accused this man of sleeping around with different girls, even inviting his ex over to, where they are abroad to sleep with her, book the flight and everything back and forth. Let's continue. The footballer alleged that his wife's relationship with Adeboyega has not been discreet, with the pair seen openly attending parties and sharing intimate moments in public. He also said that Ezinne has had similar relationships with other men, which has made it intolerable for him to continue living with her as husband. That is a lot. Like I said, kindly watch my breakdown of the interview. I'm going to put the link in the comment section below. A lot of people, by the way, did not believe this woman. Yeah, they didn't believe her. Now let us talk about Mohbad's dad. So I saw this report recently. It says Mohbad's dad or father appeals for Nigerians' help in unraveling cause of son's death. There's a video for that. He was interviewed recently by Punch. I saw in that video, it says they don't want to do DNA. Mohbad's dad speaks. Now, let us think about this, the foundation of this whole thing. So, Mohbad's dad messed up in the beginning of this whole thing. What am I trying to say? The first time we heard the news, it was Mohbad's dad buried him horridly. In fact, they even said his neck was like this in the casket. The casket wasn't even big enough. That was the dad. This raised suspicion. People were like, is it the dad that killed this guy? Why would the dad bury him so fast? Why would he even allow something like that in the first place? Again, the man, I think maybe later he now found his confidence. Money comes small. He now found his confidence and started talking out loud. So this destabilized the whole thing. See, what some people that know that they are guilty, what they like is destabilization, confusion, especially when it's coming from the person's family. So that's what Mohbad's father did. He just disrupted the whole thing. He did not show remorse on social media. This man started complaining about Mohbad neglecting him. And people were like, your son just died. You are talking about this guy neglecting you. He didn't give you enough money. He didn't really take care of you. Although he bought some things for you, but he didn't really do as he's supposed to do compared to how he did for the other person's family. That's the wife's family. You said all these things. And finally, he was trying to gain his social media trust, people on social media, by saying that he suspect Naira Marley, started saying things confidently, just grew this courage. So that's why I'm saying, okay, maybe because he didn't really have money at the time, so now he's got the confidence to speak up, and he started defending his son, which is a good thing. Yes.
Ó gbọ́ yìí, ó bà mí nínú jẹ́ gan. Torí ìlérí tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni pé wọ́n gbé ní lọ sí òkè òkun láti lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ikú tó pa ọmọ ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n pẹ̀lú ìròyìn tí mò ń gbọ́ láàárọ̀ yìí, ó tún bà mí nínú jẹ́ sí. Ìjọ tí wọ́n ka news pé ọmọ yẹn wọ́n gẹ́ẹ̀tì tó ṣe, inú ìbànújẹ́ mo wà. Tí àárọ̀ yìí tí wọ́n bà mí nínú jẹ́ pé bóyá àwọn tí ó yẹ kó gbọ́ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tí ò tí ì gbọ́ sí, ìyẹn ni mo fi fẹ́ bẹ̀bẹ̀. Torí ní ìsìn mo ṣe ń ka láàárọ̀ yìí, inú mi ń bàjẹ́ ni pé so wọn ò gbé débi tí ó yẹ kán gbé dé. So mo wá fi àkókò yìí bẹ̀ bàbá wa Tinubu kán jọ kán bá wa dá sọ́dọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Àti Sanwó-Olú Èkó mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀ wọ́n because wọn ò lè pa ọmọ ẹ̀ nípa ìyà bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí mo mọ̀ pé ikú tọmọ ẹ̀ kú kì í ṣe ikú àtọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá, kò ń ṣe ikú tó wà natural. Because bí mo tún ṣe ń gbọ́ news yìí ṣé ló dà ìpọ́ ọmọ yẹn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀ yín gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àkókò yìí a ò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ṣeré báyìí gbogbo àwọn youth. Torí eléyìí kọ́ torí èyí tó ń bọ̀ ni mi gbọ́dọ̀ má mọ ikú tó pa ọmọ yìí. Torí ibi tó sọ fún wọn gbé wa lọ́sìn wọ́n jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé kò sóhun tó jọ wọn tẹ̀ rí orúkọ yẹn níbẹ̀. So mo fi àkókò yìí bẹ̀ àwọn aláṣẹ DPO IG wọ́n jọ torí Ọlọ́run kó bá mi wá ìdí ikú tó pa ọmọ yìí. Torí pé mo ti ń wò pé kínní ó lọ́wọ́ nú ejò yìí ti ń lọ́wọ́ nú báyìí because inú mi ò dùn pẹ̀lú ìròyìn tí mò ń gbọ́ yìí. Ó ṣe jẹ́rú nǹkan báyìí ló lè wá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi láti bí oṣù mẹ́jọ gbogbo ìròyìn tá gbọ́ àárín kankan mú jáde níbẹ̀. Ṣé rí ní ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ ti di pé wọ́n ti lọ wú ọmọ yẹn ní iye mi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣí torí àwọn tí mi ò gbọ́ rí tí mo bẹ̀ sí ń gbọ́. Now mo wọnú ilé ọmọ yẹn ọ̀nà yìí mo lọ sí yàrá tí mo ti ń ba aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni mo bá ń bẹ̀. Kí ni aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń wá ń bẹ̀? Now ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ kan tí wọ́n pè ní spending ó ní wọ́n jà dé ṣò wọ́n dàdé lé ni. Ok èyí tí ó bọ́lẹ̀ ní ọ̀nà tó pè ní prime boy ó ní wọ́n jà dé ṣò ni bí ojú ò tiẹ̀ rí tilé ó ti sọ tí wọ́n ṣe jà débẹ̀ yẹn ó di èèyàn méjì sọ pé wọ́n jà. Now pẹ̀lú ìjà tí wọ́n jà ẹ̀jẹ̀ mo bá nù lé yìí ṣé kí ni èyí tó fura sí kí lè jẹ́ wọn nù lé àwọn wo ló jà ṣé ìjọba ti wádìí ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n ti mọ àwọn tó jà yẹn ṣé wọ́n ti mọ orú ìjà tán jà. Àdúrà náà wà ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ kẹ́nìkan nínú àwọn ọmọ mi tó lè ó tún sọ pé wọ́n jà náà ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ sọ ó ní gbogbo ìgbà ni mo wá ń parí ìjà. So gbogbo yẹn ìjà tí wọ́n ti ń parí yìí náà wọ́n tún continue láti jà. So tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ wá ìdí ikú tó pa ọmọ yìí pẹ̀lú ìfúnra mi o aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn ó yẹ kó wọn bó ṣe jẹ́ àbúrò ìyá Mohbad gan testify sí lóun rí aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ àdúrà náà sọ pé òun rí aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀. So DJ Bami náà ó sọ pé òun rí aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ torí mi ò ń parọ́ mọ́yàn àwọn tí mo rí wọ̀nyí ló jọ mí lójú tó yẹ pé inú mi ò fi dùn pé ó yẹ kán wádìí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí àwọn tó jọ ń gbénu ilé yẹn ó yẹ kí wọ́n wádìí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu wọn kán lè mọ́kò dúró ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Now this man is seeking DNA confirmation that Mohbad is the father of Liam, which I think is not bad. I've said it before, only the court of law has the right to tell Wunmi to go ahead to do a DNA test. I want to make something clear. You see, seeking DNA confirmation that Mohbad is the father of Liam is one case. Now, asking for autopsy to know what truly killed Mohbad is another case. But this could help the investigation process. We have to understand it goes hand in hand. I've seen people say, oh no, it's not about the DNA. It's actually could help the case so that we know where we are looking. Let us check this out. Now, if it comes back negative, okay, they want to focus investigation on the wife. It might not even be the wife that if I'm not saying is true. I'm just trying to tell you how this could help investigation. Now, if it comes out positive, right? They focus their attention. Okay, comes out positive. They still investigate the lady, but not as serious because he's the father, right? Okay, let us focus our investigation on this other end. And you know why it is important, that DNA is important? Because they were witnesses, people that witnessed them fight, and they said they saw blood, which Papa Mohbad mentioned, right? So that's what I'm saying. This will help the investigation. So somebody saying doing DNA is not seeking justice is also part of it, because there are different people now saying, no, this is what this person said, this is what I saw, this is what happened, they fought in front of me. Like different people saying all these things.
We go do that second autopsy and toxicology. We go do DNA.
Amen.
They fear that DNA pass anything.
Yes.
Because the DNA go expose. It go expose the motive behind Mohbad's death.
That is it.
If somebody know that they try to cover something up, why this? Are we together?
Yes. But there is a problem in the autopsy. The magistrate gave a limited time for us to end of July, and we've not gotten a paper from the court.
July. Now be July with this, so
yes, sir.
When I go rush collect the paper. As soon as when I get the paper,
okay, sir.
If you show me the paper today,
okay, sir.
Tell me how much it be. The following day, I they provide the money by the grace of God. Even if it means borrowing. So don't be afraid.
Thank you.
The time not go expire unless the court delay us. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
As for money, make I borrow Cubana priest a slogan. Money na water.
Money na water.
So, sir, the cost time don't work go, and this commissioner, I no one call any other person first. In order to be fair to the government of Lagos State, in order to balance our talk, we have listened to the father. He talked, say he no like the result when he see. He no even trust the result. Abino be so?
Yes.
Now, Lagos State government, tell us why we should believe this result. Who and who they involve? Lagos State government will not believe this result. If yes, then we go begin call other people where they involved for this matter. Good idea, yes? So tomorrow we know they do any other case. Now Baba Mohbad case we do from the beginning to the end by the grace of God. Make we appreciate ourselves.
Moving on to the next one. This one is about Israel DMW and Davido's baby mama. So Davido's baby mama, Sophia Momodu, released a video.
Israel, how many times did I call you?
You called me 5 times.
Israel, respect yourself. Because when David is maltreating Imade, all of you keep quiet and act as if you don't know what he's doing. All of you have kept quiet and watched this man abandon his child. Then you have the audacity to be telling, say, I dey take care of my pikin, they talk of your organ money. You people should mind yourself for Israel. The only reason why I'm not insulting you right now is because we are from the same place. Let me just tell you now.
Madam Sophie, listen now, listen to me. You're my sister now.
I'm not your sister. I don't know you like that.
Ask Oga if I've ever said bad of you, if I've not told him, if I've not been telling him to him about Imade. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you, what? Ask Oga that this is the lie I told you.
Israel, stop telling lies on me on social media. I don't like it. Your Oga has not spent a dime on his daughter in 3 years. Don't come and lie on him and say when I carry my pikin go Monaco, they say, which dirty Oga money? Not be una they chop una Oga money. You they follow una chop una Oga money.
Madam, I'm sorry. Well, Sophia, I beg.
The first time you did this thing, I told you in Tiwa's house, don't try this thing with me again. You thought I was joking. You know, say me, I always mind my business. I know they find anybody trouble. I always stay to myself. I don't like this Israel. I don't like this Israel.
Before that, Israel posted this. Probably that's the reason why she decided to just release that. Any woman who intentionally keep sleeping with a very rich young boy who she's far older than, to the extent of getting pregnant and giving birth, is a effing gold digger. Such lady has no single shame at all, sharing a whole chairman's conversation to the public. So what did Sophia do? Sophia went ahead to leak the audio. Are you telling me that she called to record their conversation? You know, I think this lady have everything planned out. I give it thumbs up on that. She got it planned out, and she knows, I feel like she knows who she's dealing with. She's dealing with a rich kid that has strong connection, so she's gathering evidence, whatever she could lay her hand on, because you wonder, why did she record this conversation? Because she knows that one day I will put them out there, so Israel will come behind me. And I want to say this, Israel too, you go come on social media, abuser, what you can't see with your full chest to the person, you will come on social media to put it but you know, she must really like keeping records, you know, record of things. Yeah. But yeah, guys, she also shared a video of her going to a child's school. She said she was invited to the school. Again, amidst all this, she's sharing this video that she, you know, and everybody started praising her again. Yes, you are the super mom. Yeah, you're doing a great job. She stayed ready. She's been putting everything in place.
Career day done. I have a doctor's appointment with my mom. And the rest of the day I'm spending with my lover, Madi Adili.
She stayed ready. In the midst of these controversies, she's sharing this. I give it to her. She's you know, she's got it. She's got it. Okay, guys, let us move straight to the next one. Now, this next one, we have the journalist Davido calling VeryDarkMan an opportunist. Let's watch this video.
So we'll be one by one. Let's analyze these characters as we end. What do you think of VDM?
To be perfectly honest with you, I think he's an opportunist. I think he started off, as you said correctly, doing the whole social activist thing. But, I mean, I feel like, to be honest, everything I know about him, I know against my will. Because every time I open Twitter, there's always some, or Instagram, there's always some bullshit involving, or you said, when I think I made up my mind about who he is and what he represents, was when there was a terror attack somewhere in Plateau State. And he went there.
In Bocos, in Jos,
yes. And he went there and he starts going on about how there's tin, and he picks up some sand on the floor, and like, this idiot does not know what he's talking about. And either this person is like an extreme cloud chaser who just likes the sound of his own voice, or worse still, someone is sponsoring you to go and distort the narrative, because there's been a terror attack by expansionists who are trying to steal people's land. They are going there and trying to muddy the narrative.
Okay, it has nothing to do with minerals and natural resources. It has nothing to do.
This is a part of a long-running series of terror attacks against these same communities, and the goal has been stated for a long time. We know what the goal is. Certain people want to replace certain populations. You know, so coming to muddy the narrative and start talking about whether there is tin or bauxite, what is your goal? What are you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Especially when you are not in any way informed on the subject. You are just some guy who you know, put on his phone camera one day and start uploading videos to social media. What is your qualification for going to Bokos to go and sort of muddy the narrative surrounding people's lives there? So nah, hard pass. So
okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's where I'm going to hold it. Like the video, subscribe. Until we see you next time. Peace.